Welcome back to Lessons Straight from the Heart, where stories shape destiny. I'm your host, Mail Dopsy, and today's lesson is about something we all struggle with: silence. Have you ever swallowed words you desperately wanted to say? Have you ever held back because you were afraid of how your truth might be received? Well, let me tell you about the time I learned that silence can be the heaviest burden of all. I remember the moment so clearly. My best friend had just lost his father. I saw the message and I wanted to call, but I didn't. I told myself, what if I say the wrong thing? What if he doesn't want to talk? So I stayed silent. Days passed, then weeks, and suddenly it felt too late to reach out. My silence built a wall between us, and by the time I found the courage to speak, our friendship was never the same. We assume silence protects us, that avoiding difficult conversations will make things easier. But in reality, silence carries its own weight, a weight that lingers, that grows heavier with time. Sometimes, the hardest words to say are the ones that matter most. Now, let's hear from Lisa, a viewer from California, who also knows the weight of unspoken words.
Hi, I'm Lisa from California. My story, it's about my father. We had a complicated relationship. We didn't argue, but we didn't talk much either. Every phone call felt like small talk, and I always told myself, I'll have a real conversation with him next time. Then one day, next time never came. My dad passed away suddenly, and I never got to say what I wanted to say. I never told him how much I loved him, how much I appreciated him. And now, all I have left are the words I never said.
Lisa's story is a reminder that tomorrow is never promised. If there's something you need to say it today. Before we get to our final story, remember, you can always send us your story. Send us a DM, drop a comment, or email us. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe at Mail.C on all major platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Discord, Threads, and X. New episodes daily. Stay tuned. Now, let's hear from David, who learned that speaking up can change everything.
Hey, I'm David from Atlanta. My story is about silence, but not mine. I struggled with depression for years. I hid it well, smiled when I needed to, but inside I was drowning. Then one night, I was ready to give up. I was sitting alone in my apartment, and I decided to send one last message to my best friend. Just a simple hey. He called me immediately. He heard the pain in my voice. That night, he sat with me, listened to me, and reminded me that I wasn't alone. If I had stayed silent, I don't know if I'd be here today. That one message saved my life.
David's story is proof that reaching out, no matter how small, can change everything. If you're struggling, please don't carry the weight of silence alone. Someone out there wants to hear your voice. Now I ask you, have you ever kept something inside when you should have spoken up? What happened when you finally found the courage to say what was in your heart? Share your story in the comments, because sometimes the words we hold back are the ones that need to be spoken the most. If this lesson touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe for more daily lessons that remind us of our strength, our worth, and the power of our voice. Turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. And if someone you know needs to hear this, share it with them. You never know whose life you might change. Lessons straight from the heart, where stories shape destiny. Follow, like, and share on all major platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Threads, Flip, Discord, TikTok, and X. Remember, life is a story. Let's tell it together.